Okay. Gonna stop for a bit. No, I'll talk to you again soon, folks. 35, 36, 37, 38. Is there anyone else on right now? 11 people, apparently. Guild's just quiet, so wasn't expecting that.
Have a good one.
On the island of Caradaro lies Sholomance, wretched center of scourge, necromancy, and evil. Our enemy dwells within, conducting unspeakable acts of depravity on unwitting victims. At least we surmise as much. A door bars the way, and try as we might, no entry is to be had without a proper key. Alchemist Arbington is well versed in showmans and has an idea how to obtain a key. You have proved your worth to me. Now entrust this task to you. Speak with him on this matter.
See you around. How are you?
Well now, Gorik, let's get to work on those cauldrons. If we're going to collect the components we need and get a Vitrus focuser from me. You need it on you to identify the necessary resources found on the Scourge that will turn those cauldrons. You also need a dose of Arcane Quickener for the cauldrons. It's not cheap, nor is it stable. Once you have it, you only have 30 minutes to use it before it expires on you. Be smart about buying it.
See you around. Hello.
Based on the sample of the toxin you provided us, we think you'll need the following. An Arcane Quickener, 6 Osseous Agitators, and 4 pieces of Rune Quartz. With the Fightress Focuser in tow, acquire the Agitators from Skeletal Undead here in the Playgrounds. Once you have these items, you should be able to load the Counter Agent into the Cauldron.
Safe travels. Have a good one.
Well met, Paladin. I've dedicated a fair share of my recent studies to the Showmans, and I believe I know a means by which you can acquire a key, one that will let you pass the front door. I can only imagine what horrid sights are to be seen inside Gorik. I don't know how you heroic types do it sometimes. Again, remember the conversation I was saying before about like us being champions by the end of Classic? Again, Blizzard is really flaky about like what happened when, canonically. Like, here's a dungeon. Ubers. Here's an enemy that you kill at the end of it. You kill him, yeah? Nah, he's alive till Outland. He's alive in the original lore. He's alive till 25 years after Ragnaros died. Meaning, he survives Outland, he survives Northrend, he survives Cataclysm, he survives Mists, he survives. Like, he probably survived up to goddamn Legion. 25 years after Ragnaros is defeated in Molten Core. It's 3 years after the end of Rat to Kata. It's a year between Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. And if Ragnaros dies at the end, latter end of Classic, maybe it's a couple of months before fucking Burning Crusade. So, the dungeon boss you beat the crap out of so many times in Ubers isn't actually dead till nearly 30 years later. Blizzard's kind of terrible about this thing, and it's really obnoxious. Again, why I say you don't really look at Blizzard games for good writing. It's obnoxious. Because, like, there's potential here. There's potential. But they kind of piss around a lot. Actually, I saw some earlier and really annoyed me. There's a guy I follow. I've seen a few videos from on YouTube. He's a game dev and he used to work at Blizzard, and so did his father. And he was saying the origin of the Murloc sounds was a particular guy gargling yogurt. Apparently, that was a joke from his father. that they would say everything ever done at Blizzard was done by this one guy. It was an inside joke that the father told him and never explained. So the guy just took the father at his word and said it. And he gets an angry message from the guy who actually did it saying, "Why are you misrepresenting my work? Why are you saying some other guy did it?" And the father was like, it was an inside joke. I was like, no, you weren't. And people were like, oh, he's awesome, but that was really obnoxious. That was really seriously obnoxious. That's...
See you later.
Wait, seriously? Thank you, Gylov. Um... If I could get a last underhold done right now, that would be beautiful. But that was just seriously obnoxious. People were thinking he was a legend for it and shit, but no, you know, you pull that, I'll say, oh, hey, you want to go to a beer garden? It'll be great fun. Then we turn up at the old folks' home and you get dragged inside by the orderlies.
How kind of you.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. A wise course. But, I know. Just... Oh, shit. I'm being talked to. Okay. Missed my chance to respond, but... Oh well, I got the keyboard over here now. I'll prop it here. If you've just checked into my channel, for the last while I've been recording from my bed. That's why I'm using the controller. Okay. Kinda killed myself there, trying to get the keyboard. The headset was, getting caught.
That spell is
Sorry. Aracia? Arcia? Arica? Now I got a very much red quest done. But yeah, I know, I just found it really fucking... Like, yeah... He told an inside joke, fair enough, but he let it get so far as the guy makes a fool of himself online, you know? and just very flippant about it. No apologies. I don't get how people are like, "Oh, he's a legend." No, he sounds like it sounds fucking obnoxious. Like, the headset was hooked on the table. That's why it was killing me so much. It kind of put it. Um, it kind of put it to one side. Um, just had to tear some tissue off for a second, and the total went rolling. Yeah, when I was lying there, I tucked it in one way, and he came back to bite me when I tried to move. But I was saying, yeah, the other thing that was obnoxious. It's like one thing to make that joke, but you basically sold something to a guy as fact and let him make a fool of himself. I don't see how that's legend material, you know? I kind of lost my train of thought there. Between the sudden rush of the enemies, between trying to get the keyboard, getting hooked on the table and whatnot, I really lost my train of thought there. But yeah, I know. People calling him like a legend for it, but it just came off as obnoxious. Like if someone says something to me, I want to, you know, like it's one thing if they make a joke. It's one thing like if they tell an inside joke and you know you're a bit out of the loop, but you want kind of prompt clarification, you know, so you know what the actual truth is. He left it go on long enough thinking this with him thinking it was the truth, then makes a fool of himself online. And has the guy, you know, messaging him up angry that he's crediting his work to someone else. It's not legend behavior, he's just, you know, making a fool of his son. It just comes off as obnoxious. I've said as much on the video, he may not take kindly to it, which is his problem, but it just seems like dickish behavior, honestly. One thing I did say was that, you know, I would have to pretty much organize an inquisition if he ever said anything again. Is it true? Strap him onto the torture rack, need communication from at least 5 major deities before I can trust, that X, Y, and Z did happen. Never know when it's just another inside joke.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Well met, Paladin. I've dedicated for,
Safe travels.
thought I already said yes. The key to Showmance is called a skeleton key. Must be forged from the remains of a skeleton, several actually, and hardened by only the strongest metals within a suitable mold. A signet of power from a being who can naturally open the portal to Showmance will make the key ultimately function. First things first, though, Gurik will need skeletal fragments from the key's forging. Skeletons inside Anderhall should yield what we need, but the ones outside the walls might work too. 1, 2.
See you around. What can I do for you? Be careful.
I think I'm gonna have to kill Raj again. Well, not that I killed him first time, but as far as Valor Fist knows, I did. Does he ever turn up again anywhere else? Don't think so. Your task has been given to you, Gorik. Do you have a shard from the Witch's Phylactery as proof of the task being accomplished?
See you later.
You've done it. Araj, the Lich is finally defeated. You've done a tremendous service to the Lance on this day, Gorik. Your bravery and perseverance are testament to what it means to be a true hero. Please, accept this as a token for all to see, and know that you've delivered the Lance of victory for the ages.
For the Alliance.
Hell yeah.
Light be with you. Be careful.
dishonor, friend. For the Alliance, go with honor.
Let's go turn in the inquest. These almost look like fleshy mounds, honestly. Oh, and fittingly enough, Prince Art has commented on one of my videos recently, encouraging me to get Divine Storm. It had been the plan as of that time, of the video they had commented on, for me to get Divine Storm, but it ended up competing with Seal Martyrdom, so it didn't end up getting used till more recently. Oh, hell yeah.
I can't cast it yet. That spell is ready. That's still recharging.
Struggling to kill these bastards promptly. Or quickly. It's still a weapon, level issue.
I can't cast that yet. Still recharging.
Ooh. We need Scourge Stone. I didn't mean to Divine Shield.
Still recharging.
I was just trying to Divine Storm. Feel like maybe you should move, I know, put Consecration there or something. Temporal parasites are a common malady present when, wherever the flow of time has been tampered with. I sense that many are present and this is disturbing. Rooting out whatever wounds you can find will help me will help me be able to take a better hold on the deteriorating temporal situation here. I will be able to sense when this has been achieved. Time feels easier to mend now. Thank you, Gorik. While you might not understand fully the consequences of a fractured timeline, appreciate that you understand the urgency of countering what I suspect more and more to be a scourge-driven malfeasance. I see no harm in rewarding you for your assistance, mortal. Your greatest feats are to come, and the awarding of a bauble will certainly not alter your future destiny. Your continued aid, however, is something that I and the Dragonflight could use. There was interesting itemization on this, like goddamn. Like you wouldn't see strength, stamina, int, and spirit nowadays. Obviously spirit's gone, but you wouldn't see it even after Burning Crusade. Hello once again, Gorik. I sense that the flow of time remains threatened by forces that are quite powerful indeed. Your continued assistance is always welcomed by the Bronze Dragonflight. While the past is set in its ways, the future is always changing. Decisions you make in the here and now help guide that change. I need you to reach into the world beyond this room, Gurk. Let me explain. You see the difference in this room compared to the rest of Anderhall. My dragonflight works in many ways and in many different timelines. Bend Anderhall's damage. I now act from a different timeline, so not to overtly contaminate it. To continue this, though, I need time trinkets. Ones trapped from when the plague hit. Find them in lockboxes found in the room buildings that make up this once proud city. Tune dampener. Afflict. This object has been tuned to work against a specific being. Meepalicious. Excuse me.
I can't cast that yet. My mana is low.
Barely fucking survived. Goddamn fire ghouls. It's because the damage, I have no fire resist. Like, straight out physical damage is fine, but that, no. And then in addition to a weapon skill. I'm like 30 off where I should be.
That's still that spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Awesome. Move away. Jesus. Down again for food. Feel I'm having to do that way too much. Sadly, this vindication doesn't really affect the, mages. Oh no, my strength and agility went down. Whatever will I do? Continues relying on int. Searing ghoul, great. Use that food, use this. Oh, I already had the food buff going. Eh. Oh well. Under all watch.
I need to get closer.
Food crate. Feels like the wrong choice. What the hell are these plantains deep fried in? If they're still edible 4 years on. One, two, three. Don't know why I'm caring about, mounting my horse in one of their ruined homes. It's not as if anyone is alive to complain about it. All attributes increased by 10. Hmm.
I can't cast.
Heal. Wonder if the Soul School will try Mana Burn against a non-magic using class, like a warrior or rogue.
That's still recharging. That's
I'm just kind of more wondering, like, how are they smart enough not to do so?
I can't cast. That's isn't ready yet.
Oh God. Okay, there we go. Aussie's Agitator. The hands of his watch are frozen at 3 a.m. Or just 3. It could mean 3 a.m. or it could mean 3 p.m. and they don't use, like, military time or whatever it's called. Wow, 29 gold right there. I'll look up with the nightmare set. Nightmare. Nightmare deck. SOD. Dark Moon card Torment. Gives the wearer a chance on attack and spellcast to torment their target, causing them to wander in suffering for 3 seconds. 5% proc chance, 2-second cooldown. Hmm. Apparently, someone here is saying it used to work on everything. Charge, demoralizing, shout, thunderclap, whatever. They were apparently AoE stunning entire raids with demoralizing shout, demo shout. But since that first day, it's been nerfed to no longer proc from spells and works for melee attacks. Someone else is saying it does proc from spells, but people are reporting it's better on melee. Hmm. Sadly, yeah, not a good card. Shame. The old Palma quest I got to go to Darrowshire, there's actually at least 3 different ways to start it. The one from the ghost there, I believe you can also start it in Light's Hope. There's a relative over there. But there's also a relative in Winter Spring. She'll also send you to investigate. Before I go to investigate, I'll see if I can't pick up any other versions of the quest. Because, like, when I got sent to the Playgrounds initially, I grabbed the Powie quest to go to the Playgrounds, and then I also grabbed, well, that was after I grabbed the standard Alliance go to the Playgrounds quest. So, yeah. So I was able to turn them both in and gain more rewards for it. Then again, the Powie quest was part of its own separate quest chain, wasn't it? So in that case, the others may only be able to hold one of them. Tedium. Still, I'll have a look and see if I can't hold other iterations of it. Because if I can cash in multiple quests to the same NPC and get, you know, experience or money up for it, I bloody well will.
It's too far away. That's still
That was a huge ice block.
that spell isn't ready.
Come on, hit. Jesus. Beating the ever-loving hell out of me. Actually need to stop for 1 second. BRB. Hey folks, and I'm back. Let's make sure I'm actually recording again. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Oh nice, didn't respawn yet. Let us leave, for it does respawn on top of us. Need one more bone fragment and one more watch.
That's still recording. That spell isn't That's still recording. I can't cast that.
So advice saying to hold on to Scourge Stones to like honored or revered, because then the chaff Scourge stop giving rep then, and then just cash them in then I guess.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recording.
Sorry, just had to Grazzi Goldie. They just hit 60.
I'm out of range.
Scarlets are a little deranged to think, you know, two people with two hunting hounds is enough to venture in here. Suppose I'm heading in here by myself, but I'm a lunatic. Hey, Chromie. I think I'm about to die. Nope, I'm fine. The time trinkets I seek are simple devices. They're watches mainly, and their hands are trapped forever when the plague first ravaged Andorhal. Time is never ending, and the watches you bring to me will never find themselves counting back to their homes. The time trinkets I seek are simple devices. Their watches mainly, and their hands are trapped forever when the scourge first ravaged Andorhal. Time is never ending, and the watches you bring to me will never find themselves counted back to their homes. That is, as long as services continue here. These are exactly what I need, Gorg. Thank you. Let me suitably reward you with this. You may not understand what you would need with such a device. You might not even know quite what it really is. Alas, I cannot tell you when you will find it most useful. Just know that at some point in the future, you may find this item to have extreme utility and function when consumed. Whether or not you choose to hold on to it until then, this, my friend, is up to you. Small pocket watch and chronoboon. Ah, you sell those. Nice. Makes sense. If tell me once more, I can certainly use your assistance. Let it take more watches you might uncover from ruins of Vanderhall. They certainly help me in maintaining a balance against whatever malign forces meddling with the timeline here. Um, I wonder if this being even. I wonder if this even has a use. I just remember the whole Aranicus quest. In exchange for those watches, I'll give you another item that in the future I suspect you'll find quite the use for. Could be a Raj. He has to be below 100%. Apparently you get a lot less XP the second time you do it. First time, 5,800. Second time, 575. So... thinking I might call quits. It's getting late. I'm tired. Monthly. I'm a little distracted right now, so thinking of calling it here. Ooh. It's just Mitchell. I'm looking forward to seeing if Anne sells overnight. Heya.
Need something?
One, two.
Safe travels.
As morbid as it sounds, we'll need a decent supply of suitable skeletal fragments to make up the outer way of the key. They don't call it a skeleton key for nothing, you know.
See you around.
This will work, Gurg. My turn now. I'll imbue this with a suitable temper that will allow them to survive the intense forging process they'll eventually go through. Next step will be to get an appropriate mold for the key. No goblin blacksmith in Tanaris that has, in the past, made molds for similarly macabre items. It works for whom goblins usually work for, the highest bidder.
See you later.
The goblin you'll need to speak with is Crinkle Goodsteel. He peddles his skills that has better than Gadgetzan within the Tanaris Desert. He'll likely be the only one who can produce the mold we need, and the services won't come cheap. We now ask you to dig deep by footing whatever fee he'll charge. I'm an alchemist, not a banker. The gold lying all around us certainly wouldn't be here. I guess I said the quiet part out loud again. Oops. Gadgetzan awaits you. Good luck.
Have a good one.
15 gold? That's not much. I'm gonna leave this here. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon, folks. Till then, love and peace. Let's hope I make some money overnight, eh? Not that I'm running too low for that quest, but just in general, you know?